So Brent Welder is the person running in Kansas' 3rd district. He's very progressive. He's also happens to be a TYT member. He was a volunteer for Wolfpack to get money out of politics, which actually leads me to this story. So Brent was also Bernie Sanders' delegate in the 2016 race. And as a delegate for Bernie Sanders, he did what he's always done, fought to get money out of politics. That's why he was a Wolfpack volunteer. So he introduced a resolution into the Democratic platform to fight for an amendment to get money out of politics, and was very specific about it. Now, let me show you a little clip of him doing a speech about that, and then I'll give you the amendment that he introduced, and then I'll let you know what happened with it, and then we'll check it on his race. So first, let's watch Brent from back in the day fighting to get money out of politics within the Democratic Party.
I know in this room among both supporters of Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton makes clear that corporations are not people, that money is not speech, and that we hear all of the millions of people that are marching in this country that want those of us, the leaders of the Democratic Party, to say, we hear you. Millions of people in the streets means more than millions of dollars put into the pockets of Republicans by the Koch brothers and the corporate special interests.
2 minutes left.
Thank you, and I hope that this can be supported unanimously so we can send a strong message to the people of our country. Thank you.
That's a wonderful little piece of TYT history there, because the next speaker up was Nomiki Konst, who now is a TYT contributor.
Yeah, okay. But not at that time.
But not at that time, okay. And Brent Welder, now a candidate, which we didn't know was gonna happen, and now leading in his race. In the last poll, he was up by 7 points against the Republican incumbent in Kansas's 3rd district, which is amazing. So I want to show you tytkansas.com, and then I want to tell you the specifics of the amendment that he proposed, which is excellent. So let's take a look at tytkansas.com. This is how you can donate to Brent. He's getting money out of politics, so he doesn't take any corporate PAC money at all. He doesn't take any of that cash. So you got to make sure that you're supporting him. We got to get to $50,000 there so that he could hire a grassroots field team to defeat the lobbyists. So now, speaking of defeating the lobbyists, here's the amendment that he proposed into the Democratic platform. They had vague talk of getting money out of politics, but he added, pursued through our state legislators via an Article 5 amendment proposing convention and through our US Congress. So he wants to make sure that that amendment proposing convention is possible. He said the amendment should contain these core values. Corporations are not people. They have none of the constitutional rights of human beings. Corporations are not allowed to give money to any politician, directly or indirectly. No politician can raise over $100 from any person or entity, and all elections must be publicly financed.
Damn, now, you know what? $100.
Yeah.
That is
right. Woo. But that is, by the way, that's how, if you end private financing, which is a system we have now, where people can just buy politicians, that's what private financing is. I write you a check and then you do whatever I tell you to do, right? And you go to public financing, that doesn't mean that nobody gives any donations.
Yeah,
in fact, I had a wonderful interview with a woman up and running in Maine, a progressive running in Maine on Rebel headquarters. And she explained that you have to go raise $5 at a time, okay? But you have to convince actual voters to give you $5, and that shows, if you get enough of them, that you have enough popular support, then they give you public funds. Yeah. So that's why you can give up to $100, but nothing more, according to Brent's proposal. Now, it's a wonderful proposal, and it is strong.
Yeah.
So, of course, it was voted down. Yeah. Okay, the Democratic Party is so frustrating. But you know, I love Brent's attitude. He's like, oh, you voted down my proposal. No problem. How about I run? And then I become a United States congressman, and then we'll have this conversation again. Damn right, I love that attitude. Yeah. So, by the way, wolf-pac.com, okay? We'll have the link down below if you're watching this on YouTube in the description box and Facebook comment section, but also tytkansas.com, go support the guy and make sure that you've got enough small dollar donations there to match his opponents. Yes, he's leading in the race, but Kevin Yoder is going to literally bring in millions of dollars of corporate cash. My favorite fact about Yoder, the Republican who has that seat now, is he raised over $500,000 in just one quarter, but of that, only $489 came from people who gave under $200. That's it. That's so that is amazing, isn't it?
That's like that guy. There was I think it was in Italy. I think John Oliver talked about it. There was a far right candidate who ran and got 0 votes, which John Oliver pointed out means that not only did his friends and family not vote for him, but he didn't even vote for himself. He couldn't get 10 friends to give $50 each. Like even for sort of like a show of some kind of popular support. He didn't even try.
That's right. So you know why Kevin Yoder, like a lot of the other politicians, are hooked on the corporate money.
Yeah.
So they're like, I got millions of dollars, and I did what they wanted. He's the #1 recipient of payday lender money, and he's the one that decided to deregulate payday lenders. What a wonderful coincidence. Get a real person from Kansas who's going to represent you guys. That's Brent Welder, BrentWelder.com.